Hi, everybody, and my name is Marilyn Jenkins with Law Marketing Zone, and thank you so much for joining me today for today's webinar. Today, we're going to talk about the May 2026 Google Core Algorithm Update, and it's called the Google Purge or Omni, wherever the name comes from. We're going to talk about that and what changed in SEO and how you can continue to grow your SEO traffic and your Google business profile. So hold on a couple of seconds and let me get in my computer and we'll get started.
Hi everyone, and okay, now we're in my computer, so let's get started. If you're a managing partner, high asset solo practitioner, or an ambitious stakeholder in a growing firm, pay really close attention. If over the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to map out exactly how to survive the single largest algorithmic shakeup to hit the legal sector in this decade. The May 2026 Google Core Update and how to turn this disruption into an unfair advantage to own the map pack in your region. For those I haven't met yet, my name is Marilyn Jenkins. I'm the founder and CEO of Law Marketing Zone. I've been navigating the digital marketing landscape since the early 90s, and since 2018, my team and I have worked exclusively with law firms. We've published the playbooks, hosted syndicated TV show, I host a top 2.5% podcast, and most importantly, I've helped numerous firms scale to multiple seven-figure retainers. I'm not here to talk about abstract marketing theories. We build data-packed architecture. Everything we do is anchored in the case model. This is a holistic approach to driving leads, maximizing conversion, and optimizing results. Too many agencies keep lawyers in the dark with confusing traffic reports and that sort of thing. And our goal is to make your organic footprint, your paid lead generation, and your automated intake systems work as a single high converting engine. We build the infrastructure so that you can focus entirely on practicing law. So let's dive into part one, the post-purge landscape, and let's look at why traditional legacy legal SEO completely died this week. Google's May 2026 update is targeting what engineers call algorithmic forgery, content that looks like an attorney wrote it but completely lacks any back-end validation. The thousands of generic 500-word blog posts that agencies flooded legal sites with are being aggressively de-indexed. Now, it worked. The articles worked, they were really keyword focused, and in the past that worked. But now they've made changes because of the AI models. Now here's the opportunity. Firms with multi-attorney networks have an absolute edge. Google wants a human verified entity graph. We can now leverage your actual human credentials to prove authority in ways an AI or a generic competitor cannot replicate. So this is a new search reality. When a premium client types a complex legal query into Google today, they're no longer greeted with 10 blue website links. They get an immediate AI overview generated by Gemini. This is a zero-click search, and users get their answer directly on Google. Our job has shifted from search engine optimization to answer engine optimization. We want your firm to be the authoritative citation link inside that AI box. To force an AI to cite your website, you must complement shallow blogs with what I call a digital treatise. Also, we call it cornerstone content. So look at this blueprint of what it looks like. Right under the main header, we deploy a TLDR Q&A summary block. We give the AI exactly what it wants at the front gate, a precise summary so it can scrape. Underneath that hook, we build out massive semantic density, active statutory codes, local county courthouse procedures, and local neighborhood nodes. This summary catches the machine, and the depth proves your authority. But great content is only half the battle. Google's validation engines must believe that you are the actual human expert. The algorithm now cross-references your website data against live state bar association registries, lawyer directories, and other real-world dockets that verify that you are attorneys. At Law Marketing Zone, we build a technical data infrastructure that explicitly connects your firm's expertise to these validation engines, shifting you from passive marketing to active validation. To help you complement this, I'm giving everyone in this webinar access to our proprietary master cornerstone content prompt asset today. But look how this is structured. Notice this section in 2026. Notice this section, the 2026 update guardrail. If you let an associate or an AI, a standard AI write freely, it vomits out generic marketing fluff like, look no further, and in today's fast-paced world, Google's classifiers flag those signatures instantly. Our system completely muzzles that AI voice, forcing the engine to write like a senior appellate clerk, submitting an analytical brief to a judge. The magic that prevents AI from hallucinating is right here in the contextual anchors. Before running the system, your team must inject active first-party data, your local state statute codes, specific filing desks at your precinct courthouse, and targeted neighborhood case hotspots. By anchoring the prompt with these localized coordinates, you produce a level of geographic precision that a competitor's massive national budget just can't touch on a neighborhood level. This brings us to part 2, the digital fortress. Let's look at how to scale and shield your firm's local authority. If your firm features multiple attorneys, you're sitting on an unmined asset. You're not a single entity, you are a network of authority. We use an entity multiplication strategy. We clean up old fragmented profile data, what I call data ghosts, and optimize your individual partner profiles. We align specific practitioners with dedicated niches and localized guides, systematically breaking Google's standard 3-mile office proximity trap. Look at the evolutionary gap on your screen. The 2023 playbook relies on short SEO blogs, broad city pages, and basic keyword matching. The 2026 Fortress method mandates comprehensive digital treatises, that's hyper-local guides and deep validation schema. And a massive warning for this webinar, do not let your marketing agency panic delete your old blog archive. That destroys your historical crawl budget, and we don't delete history, we consolidate it into these high-value cornerstones. To make sure Google trusts your text, we deploy the author entity anchor. Anonymous expertise is a massive liability. If the algorithm cannot programmatically match the author of your page to an active licensed practitioner, it suppresses the page. We use node mapping to bind your content directly to your undisputed public credentials, turning your professional license into your greatest SEO shield. Now, you might think your internal team can just write these longer articles and win, but look at this slide. This is what Google's AI actually crawls. The JSON-LD schema code. While humans look at the web design and the answer engines parse your hidden backend layer, if your site lacks deep, like legal service and attorney schema, linking the text directly to your state bar association URL via a same as loop, the AI views your text as unverified hearsay. This is technical architecture. This is what we do. Does your data architecture move the needle? Look at the numbers. Hyperlocal structured neighborhood guides see an average of 92% visibility in modern AI search boxes, compared to a miserable 14% for legacy legal blogs. When you feed the algorithm precise structure, it rewards you with local dominance. So this brings us to the actual report card Google uses to rank your firm, the Local Authority, or LAS matrix. This is our proprietary sector-specific index that cross-references your GeoGrid proximity at strict 1-mile interviews, your review cadence, your entire schema health. Our absolute target for your practice is an undisputed 4.9 LAS score. As attorneys, ethical boundaries are absolute. Our deployment guarantees complete compliance with ABA Rule 7.1 by anchoring all synthesized text to active public record and docket data. We implement privilege guards that never compromise client-attorney confidentiality, and every single page is technically signed via back-end lawyer-level schema. Now, to transition your firm into a digital fortress, we execute a calculated 90-day roadmap. In month 1, we deploy your custom digital treatises and inject the back-end docket schema. By month 3, we launch your hyperlocal neighborhood guides, expanding your map pack radius and securing your undisputed market dominance. From there, it's growth and maintenance to continue to dominate the AI search. So let's be clear that short SEO articles are not dead. They can be used for interlinking posts and pages on your site to call out specific authority. So as promised, I want to give you guys the exact blueprint to hand to your team. You can visit lawmarketingzone.com/prompt right now, or email us at team@lawmarketingzone.com to download our complete Cornerstone prompt. This template is free. I'm not even asking for your email. It includes the exact system roles, negative constraints, and the contextual anchor backlinks that brackets that we covered today. Like I said, I'm not even asking for your email. Just go to the link, get the PDF. If you want help, you can book on my calendar for a strategy call. But remember, downloading the prompt is only step one. If your hidden backend schema is missing, or your local grid is currently sitting in the algorithmic suppression zone, a prompt cannot save your rankings. Stop guessing with your firm's growth. While you download the handout, look at the scheduled link on the screen. Go to lawmarketingzone.com/bookwithmarilyn right now and secure a free 45-minute baseline LAS audit. My team will run your live proximity grid, analyze your entity graphs, and show you exactly where the core update is leaking your premium cases. While you're heading over to the calendar link, to grab the prompt, book your baseline audit. I want to answer a couple of questions that dropped into our pre-webinar registry. So one of the questions that came through is, I've already had my marketing team try ChatGPT for blog posts and the writing sounded incredibly generic. How does your Cornerstone prompt fix that? Okay, so that is the number one complaint I hear from managing partners, and it happens because standard AI tools are built to generate the most statistically probable next word, which means average cliche marketing fluff. If you tell an AI to write a legal blog, it immediately triggers phrases like, look no further, and in today's fast-paced world. Google's May 2026 update specifically flags those exact stylistic signatures as low-value AI noise. Also called AI slop is the new term for it. The master Cornerstone prompt I gave you today fixes this by using a method called negative restraint guardrails. We explicitly strip the AI of its marketing persona and lock it into a persona of an elite, analytical appellate clerk. We don't ask it to market, we force it to analyze real data density, and this is why the output bypasses Google's quality classifiers completely. So the next question my team just handed me, if you build these massive 2,500 word digital treatises, do we need to go back and delete all of our 500 word blog posts so Google doesn't penalize us? The answer, whatever you do, do not let anyone panic delete your old blog posts. That's an archive. Mass deleting that content can violently destabilize your website's crawl budget and signal to Google that your site is losing its historical authority. Instead, we use a safe, protective strategy called prune and inject. We look at your historical traffic. If an old blog has zero traffic, we can prune it cleanly and set up a proper redirect. If it has some legacy authority, we can inject that link equity directly into your new Cornerstone digital treatise. We treat your website's history as a foundation to build on, not a liability to blow up. But to know which pages to prune and which to inject, we have to look at your data through a baseline audit. So that's what I have for you today. It's super important that you guys do get this type of content up, because this is what Google wants. And there you can get the prompt again at lawmarketingzone.com/prompt. And again, I don't even ask for your email. This is super important. So many things changed, and Google has told us what they need, what they want for us to be found in the AI overviews. So take this information and analyze your current website data and how you can make it better. And reach out to me. Again, you can book some time with me at lawmarketingzone.com/bookwithmarilyn. We'll get on a 45-minute Zoom and go over what we found and analyzing where your content is and what types of content that we can help you do that will improve your AI overviews. The firms that get started on this in the next 90 days will be the ones winning over the next 2 years, because so many firms aren't even looking at this, and the larger firms are definitely not. So now's the time to make a move and get your marketing lined up for what AI is going to do in the future. Thanks, guys. And again, lawmarketingzone.com/bookwithmarilyn. Thank you so much for your time today.